Greetings and welcome to Cooking Up Advice with Dr. June. Why were we dancing?
Today is Culver's Day.
And we love the Culvers.
Hold on, it's gonna be alright. Hold on, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Yes, we are still in, I guess, somewhat quarantine. So this is my quarantine buddy, AFF, After Friend Forever. Barbara is just trying to pretend that she's an angel, but we know the truth.
I am an angel. You see the halo.
Oh my God. Well, we want to thank Culver's for being our sponsor. So, we didn't have to cook up a dish, but we are going to dish out advice. Yes, we are. Mm-hmm. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what to do to keep yourself happy and uplifted while you're stuck. We know divorce rates have gone up.
Yes.
And so has
domestic violence.
Yes. Unfortunately, but not in our house.
Right.
Fortunately.
Right.
Okay, so what do we do to maintain happiness and still get along? Somebody said that she hid, my friend. She told me that she and her husband hid in the closet. Yes.
They hid from each other?
No, from the kids.
Oh, yes.
For about 10 minutes. I mean, they're not like babies. They're like, in middle school or something.
Oh,
like
yes.
that. They're not like babies.
They had to be. Yes. Completely get that. Middle school teacher. Got it.
For 10 minutes.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And then they, they felt guilty. The other day I did a Zoom activity.
Okay.
And there's a couple of moms on there, but their children came in while we were doing the Zoom. And she said that even though, like if she was going to work or she was going to an event for several hours, it wouldn't be a big deal. But in her mind, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm home and my kids are here. So should I be, away from them? What do we do?
Well, I think there's a couple of things you can do. So I did see something on social media that said after this quarantine, you're going to be a chunk, hunk, or a drunk. Which one will you be? So I said, well, we're all home. We have time. So I've been taking the time to actually wake up and take walks in the morning, early morning, about 5 or 6, just to get my day started with activity. Yeah. So that's an option. Yeah. A few girlfriends and I, not every week, maybe twice a month, we try to get on a Zoom together and just laugh for an hour. What's going on? The kids pop in and what are you all talking about? What are you all laughing about? You all are so old and crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But it works, Right. Zoom with your family and friends. I've had plenty of virtual baby showers and birthday parties and anniversary parties. And so I think using your technology will help keep you, keep some sort of sanity.
I will say this, learning new things and learning the technology is also helpful because it stimulates your brain.
It does.
And it wards off degenerative brain disorders like Alzheimer's. So the walking, learning something new.
Yes.
Reading,
all of
absolutely.
Those
are very good for
People
your brain.
have been planting. I've seen people doing tons of home improvement projects.
Vitamin D outside, that's really good.
Planting, cutting their grass, edging. They probably put the lawn maintenance system out a little behind.
Well, you know what? Even though the gyms are open, did you know that, at least 30-40% have not gone back because they have put the gyms in their garage.
Right.
So these are things that people have started doing to help them occupy themselves while they are at home.
And if you have kids, the activities with the kids have been is what gets them to get up. You all, just if you take a walk. You'd be surprised at some of the information you get from your teenager.
Wow.
Taking a walk or going bike riding or, asking them to come out and help you plant some things. Doing some yard work.
Okay, so here's the question. Should you feel guilty? Let me just say, Culver's has variety. I have a burger. She has a cheeseburger. I am opening up. I love their mashed potatoes. And let me just tell you, they have too much stuff that I like. They have burgers, they have chicken tenders, mashed potatoes. I love their French fries. You have French fries?
I have French fries.
She has French fries.
I had them hidden. I wasn't going
because
to eat them.
she knew that.
No, I wasn't going to eat them. I was trying to be good, but then I said, I just can't. I just can't do it.
They also have custard, which is better than ice cream. So, oh my gosh, yeah. So you said about being a chunk, eating too much, but some things that people are also doing, I heard that baking bread is really big. So a lot of people, I know somebody who's learning how to cook. She's learned how to start cooking from scratch. Before she went out all the time.
Wow.
And so that's an activity that she has picked up.
Okay.
Now, but I was going to say to you that someone had a question. Should they, the question about feeling guilty because they are home and wanting to do things without their children. So my response to that was no, you should not feel guilty. No. You should still be able to have date night if you want, even if it's not date night. Allow your children to do some activity on their own in their room. You do an activity, even if it's something outside while they're inside, to give yourself a break, because I think that's why there's so much anger and people not getting along, because they don't have that alone time that they might be used to, that separate time. So I don't think they should feel guilty.
No, you shouldn't feel guilty. I think you just need a healthy balance.
Yes.
Enough time by yourself.
Yes.
Enough time with your spouse or significant other. Enough time with your kids.
Right.
Just like sometimes your children want their alone time. They don't want you in their rooms asking them questions and talking to them because that annoys them.
Yes.
It's the same thing. You just have to show a healthy balance.
Right. So here's something else that they can do. Dad can be with the kids for an hour.
Sure.
You have some time. Mom can be with the kids for an hour. You can
Absolutely.
have some time. If there's no kids, if it's just the two of you,
right,
you go to one side of the house, they go to another. You close the bedroom door, they close the other bedroom door.
Which is my household.
Whatever.
Which is my household. My husband's on the other side of the house. He only comes out to eat and goes to the bathroom.
There you go. Ding,
it's
ding,
working
ding.
perfectly.
There you go. I think that we have resolved what do you do to keep from being frustrated.
Or you could actually get your kids involved. So I have a couple that's married. They're friends of mine, went to high school with me in Cleveland. They have 4 kids. So they wanted date night, but the kids thought it was a good idea to set it up like a restaurant. So the 2 little ones made the menu. The 2 older kids did the cooking, and then the 2 younger kids were the waiter and waitress. One was the hostess, the little girl, and her little brother was the waiter. So when the older kids played the food, he brought it to his parents, and they taped it, and it was great. So now the entire family is involved in you having date night. And then once they gave the parents their food, they left, and then eventually somebody would come back and check on them, and they would leave, and then they came back and saved for the dessert, and that was it. And then they cleaned the kitchen and washed up everything.
Isn't that
so
beautiful?
That was a good idea. That was a really good idea to have everybody involved.
Stepford kids. Yeah, that was great. I love that.
They posted it on Facebook. I was like, wow.
I hope you guys got all these tips, okay? If you have some other tips that you want to share to help keep peace in the home during COVID-19, please add them. Please add them below. Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, and most importantly, make it APTacious. For today's APTacious moment, I want to remind you that yes, it could be a little frustrating being stuck together in the home, but remember to have a balance. You can separate and have some time, alone time, as well as family time, and come up with your different activities. The most important thing is to remain safe. When you go out, wear your mask, make sure you wash your hands, take care of yourself, because this is not our normal situation, but whatever we do, we want to make sure that we make it APTacious. Have a good one.